with the Center for Joyful Business. Does this ever happen to you? It's Monday, right? You have this really great weekend, good energy. Maybe you got to relax or did something fun. And then Monday comes and you've got this, you're going into Monday early in the morning, you've got big plans, right, for the week, big plans. And then it's like you forget what you're doing in your business, right? It's almost like business amnesia sets in, right? You forgot why you were so excited, why you were passionate about what you're doing, and it's feeling really hard. You might feel, I know for me, I feel disconnected sometimes when I'm moving from the weekend energy into my business, even though I absolutely love what I do. And here's the thing, the swirl starts, right? It starts swirling. Things, aren't grounded. They aren't landing. You can't remember what it is that you're doing and why you're so excited about it. And that magnetic swirl of the doubt vortex starts to come in, right? The doubt vortex pulls you in, right? With its powers, its strong powers of persuasion, with thoughts like, what am I doing anyways, right? I'm not really clear. This is not significant enough. That's a good one of mine, right? We all have our Achilles heel, right? Our Achilles ones. This isn't really working. I'm never going to make the money I want to make. I don't know why I'm doing this. Doesn't really matter. Will I ever get the clients? Will I ever do the podcast, write the book, do the thing that will get me out there in a bigger way, right? Any of that sound familiar, right? And then the thing is, those doubt conversations start when you get into the doubt vortex, right? And then it goes downhill from there. Like it really hijacks your whole body, hijacks your, not just your thoughts, but your emotions. And then the chemicals start flooding in that just reinforce this whole thing. And it's like it not only hijacks your morning, it might hijack your day. Sometimes it can hijack your whole week, right? That you're not taking the action that you really want. Or you're just like posting random stuff on social media. I know I can get caught in that, especially when I'm moving into a bigger expression of my business. I can get really caught in, let me just keep busy doing a bunch of stuff that may matter or may not matter, right? But it's like you're not ever getting to the passion projects, the things, those projects that are going to move your business forward and make a difference. So there is another way. I call it the shift, right? The shift. So there's 5 steps, right? The first step, and maybe this hopefully is just like divine timing for you on this Monday or whatever day you're listening. But the first step in the shift is to pause and notice, right? For any sort of change to happen, for it to be different, you got to start noticing when you get hijacked by the doubt vortex, right? And it can be a little bit different for everybody. For some people, you might notice that you can't quite focus on that Monday, right? For me, I know sometimes I can feel like there's this reverse magnet on my computer, almost like my hands just like, my body is just like, no, don't go to the computer. Instead of feeling that alignment, right? You might feel dizzy or lightheaded. I know some of my clients, they will feel nauseous, right? You might feel irritated. That's another favorite one that I do. I feel so irritated because I'm not getting to the stuff that I really want. And so you start feeling constricted, like you should hold on tight, like you should make yourself do this stuff, right? And then you get kind of pissed at anybody who gets in your way or any events or anything else. After all, you're supposed to be committed to this big dream. This is what people do, right? They sit their ass down and get shit done, right? So you can hear the self-talk that just comes in, right? Yeah, you do need to sit down and yeah, you do need to get stuff done. But there's a different way to do it because if you get stuff done from this place, it might be okay, but it's not going to be your great work. It's not going to be the best thing that you've done. It's not going to have your creativity and your lit up soul in there, right? So first step, pause and notice when you're not in alignment. Second step, notice the impact. Notice the thoughts, the feelings, what's going on in your body, right? Notice that when you get caught in the doubt vortex, you're probably feeling some version of crap, right? Right? Your energy goes down. Maybe you can't think clearly. You might start avoiding creatively and not doing the things that you really said you were going to do on that Monday or starting the week. The third step, usually when that happens, lots of times what we do, the third step is we'll start beating ourselves up, right? Talking really nasty to ourselves. All right. So we're not going to do that, right? We're going to consciously say, nope, not going to do that. I'm going to choose something else. You choose to talk compassionately to yourself. right? Just like you would a dear friend, right? If a dear friend was having this, you wouldn't say, oh my God, you're such a loser. You better sit your butt down and get stuff done, right? You would talk to them in a way that feels loving and supportive, um, compassionately, right? You would say, yes, okay, so you spent the morning doing things that didn't really matter, or you wasted time, or you cleaned out that drawer, or you just scrolled through the reels, right? So you did. All right. Now it's time to do it different. All right. Now you're going to take back your power and do something different. So the fourth step is to do something to get intentionally out of the doubt vortex, right? Moving closer into the joy vortex, right? This is why I named my business Joyful Business. It doesn't have to be about this big giant joy and balloons and celebration, right? It can be as simple as just putting on some music to shift your energy, calling a friend and say, hey, I need, call that compassionate friend who's going to tell you just the right things, right? Read a page in a favorite inspirational book. Maybe just stretch your body and move the energy physically in your body. Maybe you paint a stroke, right, on your collage or your art journal. You strum a guitar, right? Do something to feel good. Even just drinking a glass of water can shift your energy. It can seem like you're avoiding, right? And your inner saboteur is going to say, you're avoiding. What are you doing? You're supposed to be sitting your butt down writing, right? Or creating or doing the thing, right? It really might seem counterintuitive, but it's not about bearing down to get through this, right? It is because whatever you're creating is going to have that constricted energy. Instead, you want to intentionally choose to get into the vortex, something that might seem unrelated to your business. And then the fifth step is to use those new ripples of joy, that new pure positive energy, that flow that you're starting to awaken inside you, and let it spill over into your business. And then you get to choose again, right? So when you're feeling good, it is so much easier to do good, right? When you're feeling good, it is so much easier to write the email, right? To get the download, to brainstorm your podcast, to invite that first guest to your podcast, right? To get back to the book and let me just write for another 20 minutes, right? To take an action towards something that really matters. Like when you start feeling good, it's so much easier, right? The creativity is going to flow, the inspiration is going to flow. Studies have shown that when you feel good, it's so much easier to do good, right? So translate that into your business, right? Because that totally makes sense, right? Translate it into your business, and you need to be intentional about it. So when you're feeling burned out or disconnected from your joy, consciously pause, unhook from the doubt vortex, talk to yourself compassionately, choose to start moving into the joy vortex. Now, again, it's not about, you're not going to go from the depths of doubt vortex to this high, energy of the joy. But when you start moving into the joy vortex, this is why it's called a vortex, right? It will start spiraling up. You do something that makes you feel good, you're going to have more energy. You're going to have more creativity. You're going to have more inspiration. You're going to start writing. You're going to get the download, right? Then you're going to feel excited about the download. That's going to lead to the next thing, and then the next thing. And then you're going to feel really good, and you'll come back and do it again tomorrow, right? All right. It's not always easy. It's kind of easy to say. It's not always that easy to do. But that first part about pausing and choosing that you want this to be different, noticing the impact that it's these thoughts and beliefs are not impacting you the way that you want. So you're choosing to move from the doubt vortex towards the joy vortex. It's a different approach than probably a lot of other people talk about, right? Most people talk about, you need to sit down and eat the frog first, right? I don't agree. I've been doing this for 23 plus years. And so the idea is get your energy in alignment, and then it will be so much easier to take that action. All right. Remember, it's important to surround yourself with people who think like you do, right? They have belief in you and your soul work, and that your joy, your creativity, your expression really does matter. All right. And they know that getting into your joy will help open up your courage, your confidence, your creativity, right? When you're around people like that, it's so much easier to remember. It's so much easier to do, right? So you got to find your dream believers. All right. Thanks for listening today. And before you go, I really do. First of all, I hope that this was divine timing and this was the perfect message for you today. But before you go, I want to share two invitations with you. One is a free opportunity I have, and then another one is an opportunity to work with me privately. So you can check out my offers on over at joyfulbusiness.com. And the free opportunity is you look for the free workshop called Simplify and Amplify. It's at joyfulbusiness.com/simplify amplify workshop. It's a free workshop I do every month to help you get your soul work out into the world in a bigger way that is more in alignment with your heart and your soul so that you can tap into that courage, confidence, and creativity. And then I also have opportunities to work with me privately. I have a couple openings. You can take a look on my services page for what that looks like. There's one around activating your soul's divine purpose and one around activating your soul work. So just see if that resonates, and we can always set up a call and talk about it. All right, I hope this has been useful for you today. Keep coming back to this. This could actually change your day, your week. It could change your trajectory for your success in your business. All right, take care.